You're breathing steadily, swimming with proper technique. Yet after just a few laps, you feel exhausted. That doesn't mean you're weak. It may simply mean your body is trying to tell you something. Many people over the age of 60 have said this to me. They step into the pool with a clear belief. I'm breathing correctly, I'm not swimming fast, so why am I still tired? What troubles them most isn't the fatigue itself, but the confusion. They begin to doubt their own bodies. If you've ever had that thought, let me reassure you. Today, we're going to talk about the truth behind the feeling of breathing right but still getting tired quickly when swimming. A truth that's deeply human, very real, and especially important at your stage of life. Before we go any further, let me ask you a simple question. How long does it usually take before you start feeling tired when you swim? Leave a comment. I read every single one. When it comes to swimming, most of us were taught the same thing. If you breathe correctly, you won't get tired. Quick inhale through the mouth, exhale underwater, keep a steady rhythm. And you've done exactly that. Yet your body still gets tired. This leaves many people over 60 wondering, am I simply too old to swim now? The truth is, breathing correctly does not necessarily mean your body is fully ready for physical activity, especially after age 60, when human physiology changes in quiet but profound ways. When we're young, our lungs are like brand new springs, flexible, elastic, efficiently delivering oxygen into the bloodstream. But according to physiological research, after about age 55 to 60, lung elasticity gradually declines. Not because of disease, but as part of the natural aging process. That means even if you inhale with perfect technique, the actual amount of oxygen exchanged is no longer as abundant as it once was. The heart is similar. At this age, the heart can still be strong and resilient, but it no longer responds as quickly to physical exertion. When you start swimming, your heart needs more time to increase its rate and deliver oxygen to your muscles. If you swim at the same pace you did when you were younger, your heart may not have time to adapt, and fatigue appears early. Muscles, especially large muscle groups in the shoulders, back and legs, also consume more oxygen as we age. Studies show that performing the same movement requires more energy in older adults than in younger people. So you're not tired because you're doing something wrong. You're tired because your body is working harder than you realize. And this brings us to the first major reason you feel tired quickly, even though you're breathing correctly. Your swimming pace is faster than your current heart-lung capacity. Many people over 60 unconsciously swim at their old pace, not because they're trying to prove anything, but because the body remembers. The body remembers movement, but it doesn't remember age. When arm and leg movements are faster than the heart can adapt, shortness of breath arrives quickly. What's interesting is that at this point, your muscles may not even hurt yet. Your arms aren't sore. You just feel the need to stop. Next comes a cause many people overlook: unconscious muscle tension while swimming. In the water, many swimmers tense their shoulders, tighten their necks, clench their jaws without realizing it. Movement specialists call this a protective reflex, the body trying to stabilize itself in water. But for older adults, this stiffness causes energy to drain much faster. You can check this very simply. The next time you swim, notice whether your teeth are clenched. If they are, chances are your shoulders and neck are tense too. And when the body is tense, no matter how correctly you breathe, you will still get tired. Then there's something that sounds paradoxical. You're breathing correctly, but not deeply enough. Many people over 60 develop the habit of quick, shallow breathing. Not because they're rushed, but because their lungs are no longer as flexible as before. When you don't fully exhale old air from your lungs, less fresh oxygen comes in. It's like pouring new water into a glass that hasn't been emptied. The glass looks full, but it's not all fresh water. If you're nodding your head at this point, leave a comment with the word "okay." That tells me you're truly listening and recognizing yourself in this story. Another very common but often overlooked reason is the lack of a proper warm-up and adaptation phase. Younger people can jump into the water and swim immediately, but a body over 60 cannot. The heart, lungs, and muscles need time to wake up. When you swim right away, the body responds with early fatigue, as a reminder that it needs better preparation. So what's the solution? Not swimming less, but swimming differently. Slowing down does not mean losing effectiveness. In fact, many studies on physical activity for older adults show that swimming 20 to 30% slower, but consistently, provides greater cardiovascular benefits than short bursts of fast swimming. When you allow yourself to slow down, your heart has time to adapt, your lungs have time to exchange oxygen, and fatigue comes much later. Instead of swimming by distance, try swimming by breath. Let your breathing guide your movement, not the other way around. When your breathing becomes rushed, that's not failure. It's a signal to rest. Listening to your body is a form of wisdom that only those who have lived long enough truly understand. Relaxing the body is also a skill that takes practice. Before you swim, tell yourself, "Today I swim to nourish my body, not to challenge it." When the mind softens, the body follows. And never skip warming up. Just a few minutes of shoulder rotations, slow, deep breathing, and light walking around the pool. Those minutes are never wasted. They are the key to swimming longer, more comfortably, and more safely. Swimming, after age 60, is no longer about performance. It's about building a long-term relationship with your own body. You're not tired because you're breathing wrong. You're tired because your body has lived long enough to deserve being listened to, more slowly, more deeply, and with more compassion. If there's one thing I hope you remember after this video, it's this. Swimming in a way that fits your age is what true swimming really means. A body over 60 is not weak. It simply no longer tolerates being forced. When you allow yourself to swim slower, breathe deeper, and relax, you'll find that the water is no longer a challenge. It becomes a place of healing. Thank you for spending your time here, listening and reflecting with me. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe to Vital Health Hub so we can continue walking together on the journey of living healthy, living deeply, and living peacefully in this stage of life.